I'm Bruce Hall from Velodyne Acoustics, and we're here at the CEDIA 2009 show here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'd like to show you an in-wall product we're showing this year called the SC600 in-wall. And here is the product here. It sports two 6-inch forward-facing drivers, as well as two passive radiators that are mounted at a 45-degree angle on the top and the bottom. The entire package is sealed, so it's really truly designed for retrofit within existing walls. So the way you install the product, which is a very important factor for the folks who attend a CEDIA show like this for installers, is we give you a template. You simply cut on the outside, you install the product, you turn 6 dog ears, you drive 4 screws, and the product's installed. So normally in 10 to 15 minutes after you've run the wire, you can have the product in and installed and done. Then there's a grill that goes over the top, and you can see the grill down here. Here's the product actually installed. This product is powered by an amplifier that's a rack mount. And if I can show you over here on this rack, we have the SC600 amplifier. This is a 200-watt amplifier. It's DSP controlled. It has automatic EQ. We provide a microphone. You put it in your listening position. You hit the EQ button, and it sweeps out 12 sweeps and automatically sets an adaptation scheme to the room. This year, we actually have the SC600, which drives a single in-wall. We're also providing the SC602, which will drive 2 of these SC in-walls. And one of our big themes at the show this year is selling dual subwoofers and installing dual subwoofers in your room. People are finding that by putting in that second subwoofer, you tend to fill in a lot of the nodes, a lot of the peaks that tend to have bass be inconsistent. A lot of the reason for EQ is because we're trying to deal with peaks and nodes of bass, which is very powerful frequencies within the room. We find that the installation of a second subwoofer does more than anything to tame those peaks and nodes. So we have the SC602 that drives 2 SC600 in-walls. Pricing for this is you have an SC600 amp at $500, an SC600 is $500, that's $1,000, or you can buy the SC602 at $700, and each woofer at $500, that's for $1,700. So for $1,000, you can have an SC600. For $1,700, we can drive 2. In addition to the SC600 in-wall, we're also showing the CEDIA. This is a product that's been out for a couple of years, but I wanted to show it to you. It's very cool technology. This is driven by a 1250-watt amplifier, so that's a lot of power. And we drive it into this woofer. And this is actually a T-shaped woofer here. And you can see how this is the voice coil here. It's a 3-inch voice coil. And the driver actually fires vertically. And if I turn it like this, you can see how we have a rectangular diaphragm. And this actually goes plus or minus a ½ inch and fires vertically in the wall. Down here is where we have the install. And there's a back box. This is just an air-filled back box. And then we have the active driver down here. And then during installation, you screw in the back box to these joists. Then you actually couple the driver through these hose clamps and hose arrangements so that you form a complete sealed system. The sound actually drives vertically, but it goes through the grill through a scoop and comes out the front into the room. So it is a very powerful product. It was designed to have a lot of power, go down to about 22 hertz, and fit flush within a 3.5-inch joisted wall. So that's the whole idea of the CEDIA, as I said, driven by our 1250-watt amplifier over here. We also sell an in-floor, in-ceiling version of the CEDIA, and that's down here. This is actually a 12-inch driver, and this is, you can screw these brackets onto anywhere within your joist and your floor or ceiling, and then just route the sound up. You can see we have a grate here that we have. We also sell a grill that will cover for the in-ceiling install. So these products, again, are designed for custom installers, designed to hide away in the room, yet still provide great and reference space. We've moved over to another part of the booth where we're showing another line of subwoofers called the Optimum series. And for those of you that are familiar with our product line, we had for many years offered a line called the SPL series, Small Plays Loud series. This line replaces the SPL series. This is the Optimum 8, we have the Optimum 10, and the Optimum 12. Each of these products is driven by a 1200-watt switching amp. We have a very high-power long throw driver. Each of these drivers will play about 3 dB louder than their SPL predecessors. As you can see, they're very diminutive in size. They're sealed. They go down to about 22 hertz and drive a lot of output into a room, surprisingly amount of output. We also have an auto EQ scheme with this product. We have a microphone here. The microphone is placed in the listening position. There's a remote that comes with it. You press the EQ on the remote. It sweeps 12 times and automatically adapts the subwoofer to the room. So the Optimum series has been very successful for us. You can see we have a beautiful cabinet, some tapering to the cabinet. We have a high gloss piano black finish. It also comes in a beautiful dark cherry. So I hope you'll check out the Optimum series. We've now moved over to the subwoofer management system display here at our Velodyne booth at CEDIA. And what I'd like to show you is a brief overview of the subwoofer management system that we offer. The main feature, this is the box here that it comes in, and the main feature is this video out. And what you do is you actually have the input that's going to go to your subwoofer go into this box first, and this is going to condition that signal before it actually goes to the subwoofer. The main benefit of this box is that it gives you a video output that sweeps out the frequency response of your subwoofer as well as your main speakers in the room. And if you can see the frequency sweep here, we go from 15 hertz up to 200 hertz. This is going to play over your entire system, and it's going to keep sweeping. Every few seconds we're going to have another sweep. So you're going to be able to see how your subwoofer performs, but you're also going to be able to see how your main speakers perform. We found that it's very important, if you want to try to get flat response and adequately adapt your subwoofer to your main system as well as your room, you need to see the response and see the changes you're making and what effect they're having. Little things like phase, crossover, slopes, or EQs all matter when you talk about frequency response and how your subwoofer interacts with the room and with the main speakers. There is, of course, EQ, and one of the fun features we can do with EQ is not only can you set levels up and down with EQ with the SMS, you can also adapt to specific frequencies. So we can actually move the EQ over to a specific peak or valley that we want to try to address and address it. There's also an auto EQ feature that can be just set and forget. It will go ahead and adapt your subwoofer to its room. So this does not come with a subwoofer. This can be used with any subwoofer of any brand. I also wanted to point out this little display down here, and this is what we call the Mic 5. There's a lot made when you talk about EQing a sub to the room of, well, does it average out a number of different locations? Does it address itself in many different locations? And other EQ schemes tend to do this. The way we address this is by giving you a kit that has multiple microphones. So here is a kit that comes with up to 5 microphones. You put these in up to 5 different listening positions. Then you set this hub to the correct number of listening positions. That will send its signal off to either the SMS or a digital drive subwoofer, and then we can adapt the sub to the room that way. So this is the way we address multiple positions within the room. I hope this has been a useful introduction to the SMS.